Hey guys, good morning. Today I'm up to something that I think is really fun. I'm going to be putting together a plant package for one of my online planty pals. I thought we could do it together. Right now I'm just perusing all of my grow tent plants to pick out what I want to send to this person. Wow, this is quite the angle. I have this tray here. Which is where I'm gonna put everything, if it'll fit. One right off the bat that I know what I'm gonna send is Monstera Sport Variegated. This is the top cut off of that plant. I found at Lowe's years and years ago. I've chopped it up. I have like 4 or 5 plants of it now, and I took the top cut off the biggest one to send. It is really pretty, but for some reason, this one, you have to look really, really closely to be able to see the variegation. It's kind of a light green on green. Maybe it'll become more contrasted in its new home. I hope that she will like this. It has the most perfect split leaves. I definitely want to send this one, but I am a little nervous packaging wise because the leaves are so big. It's going to be a pain in the ass to wrap it up and get it all protected. I might have to send this one in its own box, but we will see. I'm just gonna set this aside outside the tent for now to get it out of the way. I've been nervous about tripping over this and crushing the leaves every day that I've been in here since I've taken the cut. I was gonna send this cutting instead, and then I freaking stepped on this leaf. This is another Sport Variegated, and I stepped on the leaf, so can't send this one anymore. Took that bigger cut, and I mean, I'll continue to grow this one. I'm sure it'll be fine. That's just highly unfortunate. And now I've been scared to step on that one. Okay, I guess I better go check and see what plants I told her I was going to send. I will also be sending this Philodendron fibrosum top cut. This is actually kind of fun and like full circle because she sent me a cutting of Philodendron fibrosum back when Kai was like a newborn. She told me it was my like baby shower gift. And she sent me a Philodendron fibrosum, which I've been taking cuttings from and growing lots and lots of these. I love this plant. It's been a really fun one to keep, and it's kind of fun to be able to send it back to her because I don't think that she has it anymore. Oh gosh, I could be totally wrong about that, but I asked if she wanted this and she said yes. This is kind of full circle fun moment for me. I love this one because look at those fuzzy little frickin' legs. That's so weird. It's so weird. The stem reminds me of when teenagers start to grow facial hair and they don't want to shave it because they feel cool, but it's like so patchy. Anyway, Philodendron fibrosum. A really hard part about this is, oh, I should send her this one. Should I do this one or should I do? Oh, this one's not rooted. Dang it, it is starting to root, but I can't send this one. I'm not comfortable sending like unrooted cuttings, so I'm going to send, where'd it go? Right here. This one might not be super, super rooted either. Let's see. No, it's not. Shoot. I need a better glorious. Come out wherever you are. Okay, where I know I have like many of these floating around all over the place. Should I do this one? Because this one's definitely well rooted. This one I might have listed on my plant shop. I need to go take it off if so, because it has a number 11. Anything with numbers on them were listed on my shop. And like the fibrosum has a 34 on it because I did have it listed, but then I decided I wanted to send it instead. There it is, Philodendron glorious. I'm taking it off. It hasn't sold for like a week anyway, so if it hasn't sold in a week, I just assume people aren't interested in it, so it's fine. I'm gonna send it. But it is a really, really pretty one, and this is the newest leaf here. It's getting really big. Oh, it's so pretty, right? I hope she'll love it. Okay. We'll also be sending this Monstera Standleyana Aria. This sucker is very, very well rooted. It is a top cut. I love this plant. It's another one I feel like people don't really talk about, but it's the yellow variegated one, and the yellow variegated one just grows so much more nicely than the white variegated one. So I love this plant. Highly recommend, especially if you're somebody that loves like climbing philodendron. If you love Monstera growth pattern, like you're gonna love this Monstera especially. It's so beautiful. I love it. Unfortunately, it does have this one brown crisped up leaf here, but you know, that happens sometimes. It is what it is. I am going to take this out of the substrate so that shipping is a little bit less expensive, but we'll do that in a minute. The only other plant that I messaged her about to see if she wanted was this Monstera Esqueleto top cut, which this one isn't rooted, but I did tell her that it was going to just be a cutting. I've had it sitting in moss here for a couple of days, but I don't think that anything has happened root-wise yet. So yeah, this is one of the only, I might end up putting this one and that other Monstera together in their own boxes because they are such big plants. And big plants are kind of a pain in the booty to ship.
Mom.
What? Okay, let me come help you. I'll be back. Tray is here. Move these plants out of the way. Right here. Oof. This is our tray. Let me make you a little taller. This tray here, I don't know what else I'm going to send. So this is the fun part. Now I get to choose some things to send to her. So I think I want to do, oh, my kids are going wild up there. I think I want to send a couple of Hoya. I don't know if there's like a point where my kids are fighting. I'm gonna send a Hoya globulosa longleaf. This is such an easy Hoya. It has very fuzzy little leaves. This one does have a little bit of growth point activation here, and I am seeing some sign of rootage. This is kind of a newer cutting I took. It hasn't been in here for too long, so I was a little bit nervous it wouldn't be ready, but yeah, it's got pretty good roots growing already. So I think I feel pretty good about that. I also want to send another Hoya, probably just one other Hoya. Where is it? Although I am a little nervous about this one, I've got to be honest. Oh good, it's starting to root too. Oh, that feels awesome. This is a Hoya Ganungading, which is a little bit of a more difficult Hoya to come across. They can be a little bit pricey, so when I like to send these to my people that appreciate Hoyas. And this one is really, really beautiful and really cool. It is not super rooted at all. It is a little bit slower growing than other Hoyas, but if you look really closely there is a little bit of root, which makes me feel good about sending it. I may end up, oh, look at all that root there. See all that? That white thing there is root growth, yay! I don't see any like growth point activation yet, but I have full confidence that she will be able to get it growing. And I know she does like humidity bins, so I'm sure she'll pop that into a humidity bin and it'll grow like a dream. Okay, the other thing I just saw when I was over here is another top cut. I just said I don't like sending unrooted plants, but some of these are unrooted. Some of these are going to be unrooted because that's just the way it is. I haven't been cutting my plants as much as I once previously did, so things are not, I just didn't have very many plants ready to go. So anyway, this is a Monstera Adansonii mint. Yeah, it's just a cut. There's no root growth. That's a little bit of a bummer. I was hoping to get a little something. Well, hey, moss is sticking right there, which I know doesn't seem like much, but that tells me that something is activating and clinging to that moss. I'm not going to rip it off because I don't want to damage what tiny little root there could be there. But yeah, you see how it's like stuck? That tells me that there's root clinging to it. Yay! But this is a really pretty plant. I really like this plant. This leaf is a little bit weird. Well, they all are kind of weird on this one, actually. They're very textured, so I don't know. I think this is a pretty polarizing plant. People either love it or they hate it. And it is going to pop a new leaf here. So I wanted to get this sent before that popped out. Gosh, what else should I send? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should we try to find like one more plant? I don't know. I don't want to send so much that she feels like overwhelmed and has a whole bunch of stuff to take care of. Oh, I have one more. I should send. Hey, turn that back on. Thank you. Last up, I am going to send her this Philodendron Splendid, another top cut. It's really pretty. This leaf is going to be beautiful. Whoa, it's putting out 2 leaves at once. That's cool. That's cool, right? Well, wait, this one just like didn't unfurl. What's going on there? I don't know, but it does make it easier to ship, so I'm not mad about it. It looks like I maybe did do a little damage on this leaf at some point. There is a little wound there. I don't know how I did that, but that's probably why the leaf hasn't opened up. This is one of the most easy and satisfying and really awesome growing climbing philodendron. It's so pretty and the leaves get really big super easily. Like you don't have to put a lot of effort into this plant to end up with a really large size plant. So Philodendron Splendid, if you are into the big philodendron leaf look, but maybe can't provide them like amazing humidity, this plant will grow like a dream for you regardless. So yeah, this is another cut, a top cut. But as I'm tugging, it does look like there's a little bit of root progress there. Oh yeah, there's some fuzzy root there. You see it right here. And yeah, I assume all of the roots have a little bit of progress like that. So yeah, I'm so excited to send these out. So that is 9 plants. Should we make it an even 10? I love sending plants to people, but if I'm being honest, I really worry about it also because I've gotten plant mail before in the past, which was so kind of people to send to me, but a lot of times, especially when they were plants that I maybe necessarily didn't like vibe with or really love or feel excited about growing, I like didn't really want to take care of them, which sounds really shitty and ungrateful, but it's totally not. It's just, you know, when you have so many plants, adding 10 plants at one time can be a lot. So I hope it's not. I hope she doesn't feel stressed out or like she doesn't want to take care of any of these. And if you're watching and you don't feel like you want to take care of any of these, like absolutely no pressure. It won't hurt my feelings if you toss any of them, or if you trade or gift or sell any of them, it totally will not hurt my feelings. So you've got my blessing. Don't feel bad. What?
I need something in the closet.
Nope, nothing out of the closet until you clean up your room.
No.
A part of me is kind of considering sending one of these Passiflora trifasciatas. I don't know, this is a plant that might be a little bit stressful to someone who isn't like outright interested in it. So I just don't really know about that. I could message her, but I don't know. I'm sending them out today. So if I didn't get a response, yeah, I don't know. Probably not going to do that one. I was also considering sending this little Syngonium strawberry ice I've propagated. I know the other day she posted a live video at a plant shop and she pointed out a Syngonium frosted heart. But I don't know if like she was just drawn to that specific Syngonium or if she's into Syngonium period. I cannot remember. So it's another one I'm a little bit unsure about. I think I'm gonna not send this one. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this Jose Buono. It is dehydrated. I need to water it. This is a top cut from my Philodendron Jose Buono, which honestly has really beautiful, amazing genetics. So I think this is a good one to send, and it's a very low maintenance, like super tolerant plant. So I don't think it'll be too stressful at any point. It is a cut from a while back from this plant. Yeah, so this is the mother plant. Really, really pretty. They do tend to get more variegated as they grow in, although I don't know if it's because of the stress of the repot, but this leaf is not the most impressive. It is really big, but a lot of the more sectoral variegation didn't come out in this one. I'm hoping it will on the next leaf. I love when it does this kind of thing. So I don't know, I hope that hopefully she will end up with some cool leaves like this. Giant leaves. Here's everything I'm gonna use for packaging. So a big box that my largest plant will fit in. I'm hoping I'll be able to get everything to fit into this, but if I need to do a second smaller box, that's fine too. I've got my tape gun, this tape dispenser, a bunch of damp sphagnum moss, some little candies, and a note, little cups for the unrooted cuttings, a sticker for my plant shop, and then these little pieces of cardboard stuff for the plants, and then of course the plants themselves. Also shipping paper and polyfill that I'll be reusing from other orders. I definitely want to use the polyfill because the thing is, this is the biggest box I could find in my whole house. The Monstera is like barely gonna fit in here sideways. I'll show you how I'm going to get it to fit, but there's no way I'm gonna be able to wrap it in cardboard. So I'm gonna use polyfill to help protect it. You'll see. But let's package up all the small plants first, and then we'll move on to the big ones to hopefully get everything to fit. Let's do it. And by small, even the small ones like aren't really small. I've gone over my shipping methods so many times on my channel, and my shipping methods for my shop, which I talked about in this video, are the same methods I'm using here. So I mean, it's not beautiful or anything, but the plant's protected. That's all that matters. I am so used to shipping smaller plants, you know, plants that really fit in these small cups and aren't usually any longer than like 6 inches or 8 inches max. So I am really used to shipping those sizes, you know, the sizes that I can usually get them to fit in this one piece of cardboard. So packaging large plants like this is definitely pretty far outside my comfort zone. It always makes me so nervous. Especially because there's nothing, I've had that horrible gut-wrenching feeling of opening plant mail and half the plants being dead, or destroyed or mangled, or, you know, all the different issues that can happen. And I don't want that to happen. That would make me feel so bad. So I just really hope that they do okay. Yeah, like this size, manageable, easy, done, you know? You know what? I need a pen to write what the plants are. What is this one? Philodendron Splendid. I'm gonna start writing the names on the inside so that she doesn't open the box and automatically know what everything is. Like, I want her to have to open them. Actually, is that annoying? I don't know. These might be a little bit annoying to open. What is this one called? Globulosa longleaf. Can't remember if it's called Hoya globulosa longleaf or narrowleaf. The tricky part with these big plants is getting, ooh, I'm so nervous about this fresh leaf. I don't know if sending this one is a good idea because the new leaf is fresh and bendy. I don't know, hopefully it's okay. But anyway, the hardest part is getting everything just kind of gently nestled in, but gently, but also enough that it's like in there strong, you know, protected, oof, and not forced too hard to fit, but like it needs to be forced a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, gosh, that leaf might not do amazing in here. Fortunately, this leaf is hardened off, so it's gonna be a little bit easier to like origami in here. That other leaf is just not very hardened off, so that's making me nervous, but I think we're gonna be okay. Honestly, I think this is gonna be fine. Even if a leaf dries up or doesn't look amazing, this plant grows so fast that it'll be fine. It'll come back pretty quickly. So I don't think, I just want it to look nice enough that it's like acceptable to open up, you know, to be excited about in plant mail. Oh yeah, look at that. Snug as a bug. You can't even see it. That doesn't look right. Is that right? Or was it just supposed to be US? Whatever. See how there's just this tiny little bit of leaf poking up at the top? I can like tuck it in, but it'll just pop out pretty easily. So to solve that, a really easy solution, take a tiny, tiny bit of polyfill. I do just save polyfill for mini packages I get in the mail, and then I'll reuse it for plant mail, but spread it out as like thinly as you can so that it's like kind of flat. Tuck the plant in, grab a piece of tape, put the polyfill on top, and tape across the top, like so. Pretend there were lightsaber sounds. You guys, I've never even seen Star Wars. Have I ever told you that before? Adansonii cut, it keeps falling out of the cup I had it in, so I'm just gonna put it in this fresh one. I'm just gonna put a little moss at the bottom, wrap the cut, and now it's gonna be held in place a little better. Plant is kind of delicate, as in like easy to tear, because there's so many holes in it. Oh, I didn't write what this was. I'll just put mint. This is the Jose Buono. It's a little bit top heavy. Oh, it's just dirt. I was scared there was a pest. I've treated all of these with Bonide Systemic, which now that I think about it, I forgot to mention in my notes. So I'm gonna have to leave a second note on top just to let her know that that's what I use, so that she doesn't go like sticking any of these in fish tanks, or I don't know, trying to eat them. I actually really enjoy packaging plants. It's always something that I've kind of, it's been something in the past that I've kind of dreaded. It's become something that I really actually enjoy, especially when the plants feel manageable. Honestly, I'm still very nervous about the Monstera and the Escolito, because those are bigger than any plant I think I've ever sent. You know what else I'm nervous for? To see how much this big box is gonna cost to ship. This is the Monstera Stanleyana Aria, and I'm gonna pull it out of here. Get a good look at the roots. Oh, the roots look pretty awesome. The roots are pretty good on this. This was a node cut. Let me show you. Here's the plant, looks pretty good. Like a pretty good looking plant, right? Started as this little single node cut, and a lot of patience and a lot of hours of care, I will tell you that. So I'm gonna put it into a moss cup. Just like wrap the roots up. The only reason I'm moving it over like this is a full pot, even this size, but of nursery pot of soil is a lot more expensive to ship. It just weighs more, and shipping goes a lot by weight. So you want them to be as light as possible. That is such a pretty plant. Oh, I love when they fit in one paper. So much easier. Monstera. Now all that's left are these two, the ones I'm dreading, if I'm being quite honest, but also the two I'm most excited for her to open. So that's why there's so much, I'm putting so much pressure on myself. Okay, let me go change my battery, decompress, use the bathroom because I'm nervous, and then I'll get back to packaging those ones. This Escolito, I moved it into a smaller cup, but I accidentally didn't press start yet. So I moved it out of this Sphagnum cup into just a smaller one. Since it's not rooted, it's like fine to be moving it around. How am I gonna do this? Gosh. I forgot to hit record again. Ow! Anyway, I just took a box, and I'm gonna use this bigger box to I'm gonna cut it down the middle here too, actually. Do something like that. And like maybe wrap the leaves. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna wrap the leaves like this. Otherwise, there's just no way that I can get these to fit. Yeah. Instead of being like rounded, how all the other ones are, it's a square, which isn't as sturdy as the circle shape. So I hope it does fine. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I'm gonna try and tuck this in there as much as I can because this needs to, I really don't want to damage this one because the leaves are so big. Oh yeah, this is gonna fit perfect. Cool. Don't want to show you my address, no offense. I'm sure you could probably find it if you wanted to, but. Oh, dang it, I pinched the leaf a little bit. This one's hard. This one's hard, I want to cry. I'm so, gosh dang it, I pinched the leaf. Whatever. The plant's gonna have a little window right here. Rachel, I am so sorry. I did my best on the packaging, but it's so ugly. Oh no. If these plants don't make it in one piece, I will cry. Now, okay, adding a layer of thread up tissue paper. Might be a little tacky. This one I'm gonna tape to the side of the box here like this. To hopefully help keep it from smashing since it's a square and it'll just kind of like flatten. I really want everything packed in super tightly with the paper so that things aren't getting jostled around because I'm not going to be taping everything down. Just anywhere there's a lot of extra wiggling room, I want to pack it in good. And then now for my next layer. So I'm actually going to tape down some pieces of cardboard here. You'll see why in a second. From that same box I cut up. Now is where I'm going to add a layer of polyfill. I'm going to really zhuzh it up. And I do want it to be mostly over here in this corner. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to put some moss in here around the roots. Then I'm going to tape the top. Here's the finessing part. I've got to bend these leaves, like layer them together. Well, first let's tape that cup down. So there's the cup. I'm gonna tape it in. Sorry for how noisy my basement is. That is water that if the sump pump wasn't there draining right now, it would be flooding our basement, which has happened twice. I could close the door, I guess. Fluff it in there and layer this leaf over top. Like that. And then I'm gonna put another layer of polyfill on top to hopefully keep things cushioned. This might be the worst packaging job ever, but I just truly do not know how to ship plants with leaves this size, I guess. And then I'm gonna use the rest of the shipping paper. To help hold the polyfill in place. I'm gonna lay a piece over top. I don't wanna like force it down too much, but I do just want to like kind of shimmy it in there to hold everything in place a little bit, like that. Hopefully that'll be okay. All right, so now this is random. I'm throwing some Swarovski crystals in here. It's kind of stupid, but. And a bunch of Copico coffee candies. My note. And I have this sticker, which I'm going to apologize for the packaging because it was the best I could do, but there's definitely better. And then also to tell her that I use Bonide Systemic. All right, and now we're gonna package it up. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. Oh, stuff is moving, but it's the candies. That made me nervous. I thought it was the plants. It's just the candies. Let's go upstairs. I've got to measure this box, weigh it, and print a shipping label. Even more than packaging the plants, this is the part I'm nervous about because shipping is so expensive and this is such a big box. I just like don't even know what to expect. I wouldn't be surprised if it's $100. So if you would, please watch this video all the way to the end. Thumbs up or thumbs down to let me know what you thought of it. So that maybe I'm not gonna lose money on this video. No, it's okay. I want her to have these plants. I'll pay however much I have to pay to get it to her as fast as possible. I'm gonna try and do 2-day shipping. Gotta go see what the damage is gonna be. Okay. $5.15.
Go, Dad, go.
No. Ouch. So length is 20 inches, width 15.5, height 10.5, and it weighs 5 pounds, 15 ounces. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, that's not as bad as I thought. Oh, but that's not fast. Please, please watch my videos. Oh my gosh. That's like $100 difference for only 1 day faster. So I think I'm just gonna do this option actually. I'm sorry. Rachel, I love you, but I'm not paying $200 to ship. It's Wednesday, so yeah, I mean, that should be fine. That should be fine, honestly. But that is expensive still. That one definitely doesn't hurt as bad as the $200 one. I got the package dropped off at the post office, sent over the tracking. I guess I forgot to mention that this package was going to Rachel from Heart Shaped Leaves, so she will hopefully be getting that Saturday at the latest. I hope everything does okay. I'm sure you could tell by how bad I was struggling, but that was a really stressful package. But yeah, I'm excited for her to get it. Also a little bit nervous. I always feel nervous when I ship plants to people, whether they are from my shop or they're gifts for friends or what. I'm just always stress about them until I get that "they arrived okay" message. So hopefully I get that message and it doesn't go the other way. But I think that's where I'm going to end this video. Actually, first, the day this video goes up on my channel, I'm gonna do a huge restock on my plant shop. Some Monstera albos, which I showed you last video. I have a whole bunch of Passiflora trifasciata plants. Just a whole array of Hoya and philodendron and syngonium, a whole bunch of stuff I'm going to list. So it'll probably be my biggest restock of the year. Ryan and I are getting ready to finish my basement, so I'm gonna have to get rid of the grow tent in the next year or so. So I am slowly going to start getting rid of everything in this tent. I'm going to get all of my propagation sold. I don't know what is going to happen to my shop once I move the grow tent out. I don't know if I'll continue doing my shop or if this is just gonna kind of be my last hurrah of selling plants. But yeah, in the next year, I will be getting everything in here sold, hopefully, or gifted or swapped, or I don't know, moved out, because we need to finish the basement. Will remember to post my shop link down in the description box. It makes me a little nervous to post it here because I don't want people to feel mad about my prices. If you don't like the prices, I totally get it. Feel free to DM me or on Instagram or even down in the comments here. If you feel that some of my plant prices are not fair, we can talk about it. I'm reasonable. I'm reasonable, I promise. So feel free to let me know if you feel something is a little bit up there price-wise, and we can work that out. So thank you so much for packaging that order with me today. I might not be sleeping very well the rest of the week. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.